Good afternoon, Hanson Robert. Let's begin the warm-up session. Why did you choose to become a nurse?
There are several reasons why I chose nursing. First of all, many of my relatives are nurses, and their stories inspired me a lot. Besides, nursing is a profession with an ocean of opportunities, both native and abroad. Above all, this is a service-oriented profession in which I can serve humanity. Hence, I chose nursing as my career.
Why did you choose OET?
It is my long-term ambition to work as a registered nurse in any English-speaking country, such as the UK, Ireland, and so on. To meet the requirements to register as a nursing professional there, I need to prove my English language proficiency. Hence, I chose OET to fulfill my dream. Moreover, OET is tailored according to the needs of nursing professionals. Therefore, I believe I could perform well in this test.
What are the current trends in your profession?
Nursing is a dynamic profession, and changes happen daily. Nowadays, technology plays a vital role in my profession. For instance, paper records that we used in older days have been updated to electronic records. Besides, at present, we are following evidence-based practice, which means there is a scientific rationale for every procedure. Moreover, in the present day, a nurse can function as a nurse practitioner, which is equivalent to the position of a physician.
Do you have a role model?
Yes, I do. My role model is my mother. I follow many things that my mother does. It is from my mother that I learned the basics of kind behavior, decision-making, and organizing skills, a polite and humble manner, helping and sharing mentality. The care and respect she gives to everyone makes me wonder sometimes. She is a perfect example of womanhood. I believe a nurse should possess all these qualities. She is my superhero.
Which is your favorite destination? Why?
My dream destination is Australia. The first and foremost thing is that Australia has a world-class healthcare system, and I can be a part of it. Secondly, the country has a better standard of living and economic and political stability. Besides, here nurses are paid well and respected too. In addition, I have many friends and relatives over there, so they can help me during my initial days.
Your preparation time is over. You can now start your roleplay.
Hello, Mihiraa. My name is Hanson Robert, and I'll be your baby's nurse today. Can you tell me a little about what's been going on with Leo that brought you in?
It's been a rough couple of days. He had a lot of diarrhea and threw up everything we tried to give him. He's just so limp and cuddly, which isn't like him at all. He hasn't wanted any water or juice, and I'm so scared he's getting weaker.
Thank you for explaining that, Mihiraa. It's so worrying when there's so little and can't tell us what's wrong. Based on what you've described and the doctor's assessment, Leo is dehydrated. That means his body has lost a lot of important water and salts from all the vomiting and diarrhea, and he hasn't been able to drink enough to replace them. What is the biggest worry on your mind right now?
I just feel so helpless. Is he going to be okay? How can we get fluids into him if he just throws everything up?
I completely understand that feeling, Mihiraa, and I can assure you we are going to help him feel better. Think of his little body like a plant. When a plant doesn't get enough water, it gets droopy and weak. That's what's happening to Leo. His body is droopy because it needs more water to work properly. You're right, trying to get him to drink when he's this sick is really hard. That's why we're here to help. Our plan is to give his body a quick drink directly into his veins through a tiny, soft straw called an OET. This will help him get the strength back to start drinking on his own again. We'll also be keeping a very close eye on how many wet diapers he makes, because that's the best sign he's getting better.
Okay, that makes sense. And 4 sounds scary, but if it helps him, I'm for it. Is there anything I can do for him right now?
Yes, absolutely. Your job is the most important one, being his comforter. While the OET is the heavy work of rehydrating him, we can start trying some gentle things. Once he seems a bit more alert, we can offer tiny little sips of water or an oral rehydration solution, like a special drink that has the right salts in it. Think of it like a spoonful every few minutes. We can also offer bland, easy foods like a little banana, applesauce, or dried toast if he seems interested. To help me understand where he's at, can you tell me about his last food consumption and wet diaper?
It was about 6 hours ago, and it was very small. He hasn't had anything to drink since we got in the car to come here. He cried a little when they put the hospital bracelet on, but I didn't really see any tears.
Thank you. That is very helpful information for us. As he's getting treatment, he should start to improve. But Mihiraa, it's important you know what to watch for even here with us. Please let me or any of the nurses know immediately if you notice he goes more than 6 hours without a wet diaper, if he becomes so sleepy that he's hard to wake up, or if his mouth looks very dry and sticky. Apart from these, we will be monitoring him very closely. We'll be checking his weight, his temperature, and how springy his skin is to see how he's responding to the fluids.
Okay, I will watch for all of that. Thank you for explaining everything so clearly.
You're most welcome, Mihiraa. I know this is a lot to take in, so let's just take a moment to go over everything we've discussed, so we're both feeling clear and confident about the plan for Leo. First, we know Leo is here because he's become dehydrated after his tummy bug. All that vomiting and diarrhea meant his little body lost more fluid than he could take in, which is why he's feeling so weak and droopy. Our main goal right now is to rehydrate him quickly and safely. The fastest and most effective way to do that is by starting in 4. Think of it as giving his body a direct drink of water and important salts, which will help him perk up and get his energy back. It's the best way to help him turn a corner. While the 4 is doing its job, your role is just as important. You could focus on comforting him, and when he seems a little more alert, trying those tiny, frequent sips of water or the special rehydration drink we talked about. Even a spoonful every 10 minutes is a win. And you're now our expert on watching for those key signs of improvement, or if we need to adjust our care, like keeping an eye on his wet diapers, his tears, and how alert he is. Our team will be monitoring him closely as well, checking his weight, his temperature, and how he's responding. So, the next step is to get started. To do that, do I have your consent to proceed with placing the small 4?
Yes, please. Whatever will help him.
Thank you for your trust, Mihiraa. We'll take great care of him.